So overall, with playing the test server, what do I think of it so far? I think there's a lot of really good changes to the game, but I do think there's some changes that are making the game quite, well, not what it used to be. What do I think of the new operator? I think the new operator's good. I think it's a counter to Thinker, um, in the sense of Thinker's ability. You know, we have our own ability to be able to have extra health. Um, that's good. I think it could be quite overpowered if you have Rook Armour on and then you have that added extra. Um, so yeah, that could be very overpowered, but there we go. I think also what's good is the bullet holes. I don't want to play against that ever again, so thank God there's no more bullet holes. Praise the Lord. I think that's the best change they've done this season. The scoreboard looks a lot cleaner. The emblems, where you go to pick the operator, looks amazing. I'm not quite familiar with what the compensator, the muzzle brake, and the flash hider do at the moment. I need to look further in depth to see what they do, because obviously my aim is terrible, so I need to get the graphs as to what could help me or aid me with my dog aim. The drones, for me personally, where I believe communication is so important, is a really good thing, but I think that makes it way too defender-sided. The fact that Echo can still use his yokais while dead, that Maestro can still use his Maestros while dead, and the drones too, being able to move around. I mean, people don't speak anyway, so communication is going to be But if you have people that are speaking and your team isn't, it makes you more of a disadvantage. Like, it makes the game harder because people aren't communicating, and I don't know how to get around that. In the R6 Discord, it isn't that good. Personally, I don't want to play with like 13-year-olds, and it's not really any way you can funnel through the 13-year-olds without just keep on leaving and trying to join a group of people. But I haven't had the best experiences with that R6 Discord. There's been some nice people, but a lot of them are very try-hardy, want to be plats, stuck gold. But I think they're better than what they are, and it's everyone else's fault, not theirs. So, to be honest, I can see why they've implemented the drones being put in, because the game is defense-sided. That it's just giving attackers a better... it's giving the attackers more information, whereas defenders have loads of cameras, they have Valk, they have Mozzie, they can put default cams down, they have Echo, Maestro. There's a lot of utility in the sense of cameras wise with information that defenders has, whereas attackers only have drones, or Dokkaebi can hack their cameras, but apart from that there's nothing else. So I can see why, but if you have a group of people that you're defending and they're attacking and they're communicating, that can really just make the round for them, because a lot of people don't communicate in Siege, which is a massive problem. It's annoying. It ruins the game for me, because the whole game is pretty much about live information, and people don't use the roles properly. But hey, I guess it's a matter for another video. But I do think that can be a disadvantage, that can be very annoying. But I think the biggest annoyance is this Rook Armour turning into health. Now, I've played a few rounds on the news test server, and I'm telling you now, kills that generally happen don't happen because people now have 145 health, not 100 health. That's a big difference. So it's just getting used to, but I feel like the game, I don't know, maybe it's getting taken away from its original roots from where I've played, where it wasn't like, I think you just had Doc, Thinker, and that's it with health, and Doc didn't really use his health stims on anyone else apart him trying to spawn peek, and Thinker wasn't really played that much. But people are going to play Rook more, which is going to be grand, but I can just see it being really bad. And then you have the new operator, Bird Thunder. I can see that going bad too. But yeah, the smokes is advantage, like you can see through it now. That's a good advantage. I don't like the fact that you can melee any like mirror window, sorry, Maestro Cam, default cams, okay, I don't mind that. I think it should just be solely sledge, and I think like also Ash charges or Sphere charges would be okay. I don't know. I think those three operators would be fine, but apart from that, like any operator going up to it, just whacking it, I think is really bad. I do think they'll change it next season, or even within this season. I think there'll be a lot of complaints about that. So And it'll make Sledge a better operator. Like him having a hammer, all he's good for right now is obviously open up vertical play, but really countering castles with his hammer. Apart from that, like obviously he can open self breaches quite easily. And I'm only referring to his hammer, by the way, not his grenades and his gun. But I think that would have made him a better operator, being able to whack out mirrors and Maestro Cams. So, yeah. Overall, I think it's a really good update. Some well-needed updates, such as the bullet holes and the smokes. Let's see how the drones play out. I think it's going to be a hit or a miss. It could either save the round for us or completely end the round for us. I'm not too fussed about that. That just means like Mute's going to be more important and Mozzie's going to be more important. The new operator seems okay. The Rook Armour I'm a bit about. And the big thing is literally the that I don't like is the mirrors and the Maestro Cams being able to be hit. The default cams too, I guess I can live with, but the mirrors and Maestro Cams a bit for me. And that's going to be the biggest issue for this new season. But overall, I look forward to the season. It looks good.